Welcome back from the break, friends. We just found out Emily wrote a story about Jan.
Yeah, and now Jan is feeling sad. The magazine printed the story. It was a story Jan wanted to keep private.
Wow. Will Jan say anything to Emily about this? That's pretty tough. Friends, let's find out together in part 3.
Later, Jan and Emily met for dinner. Emily was telling her more about the story's success.
And now a newspaper is going to reprint the story.
Jan tried to hide her feelings. Emily started the conversation again.
So Jan, how are you doing? Is there anything new happening?
But Jan didn't say anything. Should she say something to Emily? What should she do? What would you do?
All right, so Jan and Emily met for dinner. Emily is very excited. She wants to talk about the success of her story. But Jan is not excited at all.
No, she's not. She's not excited at all because Emily just told her a newspaper is going to reprint the story. Reprint. Peter, what is reprint?
Well, I think we'll learn more about that with Christina. Let's welcome her. Hi, Christina.
之前 Emily 就说杂志社要印刷刊出她写的故事。The magazine is going to print it. 这里的 print 就是刊登的意思。现在不只是杂志，连报纸都要转载了。Now a newspaper is going to reprint the story. 你有看到 reprint 这个动词吗？ print 前面加上了 re， 表示再印一次。字首 re 常常有再一次的含义。我们来看几个例子。Build 是建造， rebuild 是重建， start 开始， restart 是重新开始， write 写， rewrite 重写， send 寄送或传出， resend 是重寄或重传的意思。
Thank you very much, Christina. Well, friends, there are words in English like a verb, and if you put re in the beginning, you do that thing again. Can you think of an example?
I can. How about the word redo? Redo means to do something again. For example, I have to redo my homework because I got all the answers wrong.
Oh no, I used to redo a lot of homework. Let me think of a verb. Paint. You can paint something, but if you do it again, if you redo it, you repaint it. Now, in part 3 of our text, it says a newspaper is going to reprint Emily's story. So, do you think a lot of people will read it in the newspaper?
I think so, Peter, because a lot of people read newspapers. In newspapers, there are many news stories and information in it. I buy a newspaper every morning, so I know what is happening around the world. How about you, Peter? Do you read the newspaper?
Yeah, sometimes I read the newspaper with a cup of coffee. Now, in our text, Jan is keeping her feelings inside. She doesn't tell Emily how she feels. Marie, have you ever done something like this before?
Actually, Peter, I have. I have kept my feelings inside. As you know, my birthday is on September 21st. But when I turned 27, my friend, my good friend, forgot it was my birthday. So I didn't tell her how I felt. I was feeling very sad because she forgot my birthday.
Yeah, wow. It's hard to tell friends things when you're upset with them. Well, friends, what about you? What would you do in this situation? Would you trust this friend again? How would you talk to them? Well, you can talk about that with your friends, but now it's time for us to review our key words together.
Here's our first key word for today. Personal. Personal. That is my personal notebook.
Print. Print. The magazine printed the ad.
Excitement. Excitement. The bride was filled with excitement.
Moment. Moment. Wait a moment.
Newspaper. Newspaper. I read the newspaper every day.
Feelings. Feelings. You hurt Jim's feelings. Okay, friends, those are the key words that we have for you today. And now it's time to take a look back at our lesson one more time together.
Jan and Emily were good friends. Jan often told Emily very personal stories. One day, Emily shared something exciting with Jan. Emily said,
I wrote a story and sent it to a magazine, and the magazine is going to print it.
Jan was happy about the news. Emily was very creative and a good writer.
That's great news. I can't wait to read it,
said Jan. When the story was printed, everyone was talking about it. Someone gave Jan a magazine.
Did you read it yet? Have a copy.
Jan was excited to finally read Emily's story. But as she read the story, her excitement only lasted a moment. The names and details in the story were a little different, but it was about something private from Jan's life. Later, Jan and Emily met for dinner. Emily was telling her more about the story's success.
and now a newspaper is going to reprint the story.
Jan tried to hide her feelings. Emily started the conversation again.
So Jan, how are you doing? Is there anything new happening?
But Jan didn't say anything. Should she say something to Emily? What should she do? What would you do?
This is so funny.
What are you doing, Monkey Man?
Well, I wrote some stories and they're really funny.
Oh, yeah? What are the stories about?
They're about you.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, when you were naughty, and I can't wait to share these stories.
Well, hey, Monkey Man, that's not nice.
Don't worry, Ginger. The stories are funny.
Okay, okay. Share the stories.
Okay, I will.
And I'll share stories about you when you were naughty.
Well,
Yeah.
never mind then. I won't share these stories.
Oh, good. And I won't share yours.
These are really funny.
So are yours.
These are funnier.
No.
Max, is that you?
Oh, hi, Becky. Yes,
What's wrong? Why are you crying?
it's nothing.
Hey, you can tell me anything, Max. I'm your big sister.
Okay. Well, do you know Amy?
Amy. The new girl in your class?
Yes. She is so beautiful. And I am in love with her. So, I wrote her. I wrote something for... I tried to... Oh, I can't even talk now.
That's okay, Max. it looks like you need Super Sentence Man. Super Sentence Man!
Super Sentence Man, at your service. The super sentence that you need, Max, is someone shared something with someone else. So, you want to say, I shared a love song with Amy.
I shared a love song with Amy, but she doesn't like it.
Well, I know something that will make Max feel better. Max, use this super sentence in another way.
Okay, I'll try.
All right.
I shared some of my lunch with Amy too, but she didn't want it.
I shared some of my lunch with Amy. Max, look at me. Now, that was a super sentence. Give me 5. Great job. Now, Becky, do you have a super sentence for me?
The teacher shared a movie with his students.
The teacher shared a movie with his students. That is how you use a super sentence. Remember, friends, say it with me. A super sentence every day will make your English great.
So, you shared a love song with Amy?
Yes, I wrote it by myself. I love you, I do.
Max, that's a lovely song, but I think you need to learn something about girls.
Oh, like what?
It's a good thing you have a big sister like me. Where do I start?
Thanks for joining us today, friends. I always like these talk about it. They are difficult situations. What would you do? Marie, what would you do if you were Jan?
Well, if I was Jan, Peter, I would tell Emily how I feel. I would tell her my feelings.
Interesting, because this is such a difficult situation for me. I think I wouldn't share my feelings. I don't know if I could trust this friend again. They really hurt me.
But Peter, friends are supposed to tell each other feelings, even if you're feeling sad or upset.
That's true. Wow, this is a difficult situation. Friends, make sure to join us every day for great stories like this, right here on
Let's Talk in English.
Goodbye.